can get anything you want with Ron Paul as your president. We can get anything we want with Ron Paul as el president. He'll lower the taxes, he'll end the Fed, he'll stop all the wars, there are so many dead. We can get anything we want with Ron Paul as our president. Well, it all happened about 3 election cycles ago. That's 3 years ago during an election cycle that Ron Paul decided to run for president, and my friends and I got together as a patriotic venture and figured we'd help push out the word of liberty, and we got our signs together and our bullhorns together, and we took to the streets, and we had flag waving and waked up our friends, and Ron Paul hopped in his minivan and headed on down to the debates as a voice of reason. Now, friends, when he got to the debates, there were all sorts of mean, nasty, ugly-looking people on the stage there with him, and they were preachers and mayors and governors and on the stage there, and they were giving him all the hairy eyeball and all weird things like that, and they asked 575 questions of everybody. Then Ron Paul got to answer 4 questions, and when he did, they all moved away from him on the stage there. Giuliani gave him a girly laugh, but we all called in, and he won the debates. And of course, Fox News and the MSN said, well, we can't have him in the debates anymore. So we got real upset and started waving signs, and Jay Leno had him on his show, and he said that just wasn't right. So we got thousands of 8x10 color glossy photographs, and we put them out on telephone poles, a picture of Ron Paul as Batman, of all of our favorite Superman characters and our heroes. And we wrote songs, and we had a parade and a march, and we started a revolution. Well, Ron Paul didn't win the election, but he did get the message of liberty out there and started a fire, and he started the campaign for liberty, and we continued talking on Facebook and the Daily Poll and trying to figure out what's going on in this country and what is wrong, and the rest of the nation seemed to lose hope and see no change, and they want to throw all the politicians off a 50-foot cliff into a pile of garbage, and we agree with them. So, we say there's only one thing that you people can do. You can get anything you want with Ron Paul as your president. We can get anything we want with Ron Paul as el president. He'll lower the taxes and end the Fed. Stop the wars, there are so many dead. You can get anything you want with Ron Paul as your president. So we hear he may run in 2012 again. My friend called me up and said Ron Paul maybe win. And so he started jumping up and down and yelling Ron Paul, and I started jumping up and down yelling Ron Paul. And they were all out in the middle of the streets jumping up and down yelling Ron Paul, Ron Paul. And it's time to get the revolution started again. What do you say, people? We learned a lot last time. And all you got to do to join is maybe sing next time it comes around on the guitar with feeling. We can get anything we want with Ron Paul as our president. We can get anything we want with Ron Paul as el president. So pull out a poster and hang up a sign, fly a big flag, we'll all be fine. We can get anything we want with Ron Paul as our president. We learned it last time, people. It's a game of inches. Let's start the revolution. I'll see you out on the street.